Yo, what's up, guys? This is Akash here for another installment in the Life Lessons in Chess series. And today we're going to be looking at a game that I played that I hope demonstrates the power and the utility of worst case scenario thinking. And before we get into this game, please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You'll get notifications for when the new YouTube videos come out, and it also helps the channel grow and get in front of more people that might be interested in this content. So, without further ado, let's just get into the topic. So, a lot of people, when they're pondering an action to take in life in general, let's say it's it's raining outside and you're thinking about going to a football game. Well, chances are, I mean, if it's raining, you're going to get a little bit wet, and, no one likes wet socks. But you could consider that if there's thunder and lightning outside, you don't want to be hit by a lightning bolt. And that might prevent you from actually going to the football game. But the reality is, the chances of you getting hit by a lightning bolt are very low. And more likely than not, you're just gonna get wet, which is a minor inconvenience, but you'll survive. It's not the end of the world. And so I think by using this worst case scenario analysis and being able to assess, okay, what is really the worst that can happen, it can really sharpen your mind and put yourself in situations where you might actually make actions that you wouldn't have made otherwise. And so, jumping into the example that we have on the chessboard here, I'm black. This is round 3 of US Amateur Team North, which is a yearly event held in the United States with 4 players on each team. And so, I'm not doing my team any favors here. I'm black, I'm down 3 pawns, and my king is looking super foolish on f6. So the position's really bad, and I'm facing a strong opponent too, rated 2100. So, yeah, I mean, what can I say? I was thinking about resigning here, and I probably would have been justified to resign. But it being a team event, I thought, okay, what's the worst that's going to happen? I mean, I'm going to lose this game, and then I'm not going to be able to score any points for my team. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it is a team event, and I can't resign here. I have to keep playing for the sake of my team and see what happens. And so this game takes some very interesting turns. So queen b3, and we won't go too deep into the actual game analysis this time, but I just want to demonstrate what can happen if you do consider, okay, what is the worst thing that can happen here. And so I did win a pawn back, but I'm still dead lost here. I'm down 2 pawns. My king is just in the center. No castle to protect it. And yeah, I mean, it's still bad, and with proper technique, my opponent should be able to convert. But, I just try to hang in there, poke and prod when I can, cover all of my bases, and all of a sudden I get some interesting and unexpected counterplay here with the kingside pawn assault. And eventually I am able to win this next pawn, and we're liquidated into an endgame where I'm only down a pawn, but I do have this nice knight versus the poor bishop due to this dark squared pawn here being blockaded by the knight. So I have some very serious drawing chances here. And just a few more moves. This position does take a little bit of technique, but it's, I wouldn't have even been able to get here had I resigned earlier. Had I been like, oh, it's hopeless and I'm just not going to play, this is just a waste of time. But no, I mean, the worst case scenario was I was just going to lose the game, and then potentially our team wouldn't win. So might as well just play on. And I really liked this position, actually. If white takes the pawn on g4, I might have something like knight e3, and then king d3, rook a1 is a mate threat. So it's already looking quite dicey for white. So rook e2, rook a1, king f2, king d3. And then, here he plays rook e1, which is signaling, hey, I want to draw here. And I could have potentially played rook h2, but at this point, our team had already scored 2 points, and so I knew that all we needed was a draw for me to clinch the match. So I just took the rook, king takes, and king takes d4, and here we agreed to a draw. So I hope that example shows you that when the situation is looking kind of bad, whether this be on the chessboard or in life in general, just really consider what is the worst that can happen. If you're getting anxious before you have an exam in class, and just think to yourself, okay, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, I could fail this exam, and that wouldn't be great, and I might not get a great grade in the class, but what's the worst that's going to happen? I mean, it's not like your life is going to end if you get a bad grade in class. So just do keep this in mind. I think it's really powerful, and it helps fuel action. And so it's been a great benefit for me to incorporate this mentality into my game and also my life, and I hope that it can be useful for you too. Okay, thanks. I think that's probably all for this video. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitch, you can follow my channel. It's twitch.tv/Aakash. That's AAKAASH. And my Twitter is at Aakash Meduri. That's AAKAASH And the links will be below in the video description for you guys to check out. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and until next time, peace.